Good evening, Clark. Welcome to the Tasting Bothy again this evening.
Oh, thank you.
Yeah.
It's nice to be here.
Tonight, Clark, is it?
Yes.
I'm going to have to postpone this the other evening because your good lady wife wanted to go to the cinema, and I mean, far be it for me to come between you and your wife. So that was a must that had to be done.
I know. On my part, it was the.
Yeah, I noticed you saying that while you're upstairs in the bothy, no in the same room as her at the same time.
Funny enough, you could. Funny enough.
Well, tonight, Clark, we have, courtesy of my brother-in-law, Gordy Crawford, a wee dram to sample.
Yeah,
now,
well,
this is one of those Scottish Malt Whisky Society drams. So, as much as I can tell you, is that the number on the bottle is 2.138, which tells me that it's a Glenlivet. It's a 16-year-old. The 138 is just the number of bottles on the outrun. So there was, of 255 bottles that were supplied by Glenlivet, this is bottle number 138. So it's a 55% ABV.
Yep.
First fill, Spanish oak, ex Oloroso butt. So I'm expecting this to be a sherry bomb, to be honest with you.
Very sweet, you think?
And I think, again, like the one that we tried the other week there, that Glen Elgin 16-year-old or 15-year-old that we had, I think this might be one that you like. I have suggested you get a wee bit of water because we might need to add a wee bit of water to this one. They call it raisin and toffee jam. So you can call it a Glenlivet 16, but the name on the bottle is raisin toffee jam. That's what it says. I think that kind of just describes exactly what I'm expecting to get out of this dram, mate. It's
so you could tell me again what the cask was.
Let me just put that right on the bottom of the screen for you there, Clark. That will help you. It's a first fill.
Yeah, got that bit.
Spanish oak. Oloroso butt. So it's Oloroso sherry butt. So again, this is just very helpful for those folks who join us on our YouTube channel. Running that along the bottom of the screen will help. Now, I must admit, you've got yourself a new phone, and the picture quality for your bothy is the best it's ever been. So I'm glad you went to that. It's just made such a difference. Sound quality is here as well, which is great.
I know you can see me. That's not such a good thing, though.
I know. It's all right. I can blank the screen if we're putting the wains off. But anyway. Anyway, look at the colour of that.
Probably in it.
That is one of the darkest drams I think I've had that hasn't had peat in it.
Aye, it's lovely. The colour.
It's just a lovely, lovely.
Now there's a funny thing as well. See the residue it's leaving on the glass. We had one like that before.
I know, it was full of sugar. I think that was I think that's the last one that we had, Clark, was exactly the same, where the amount of sugar content in this is unbelievable. It's just sticking to the glass and leaving that, it's a crystallization on the glass, but it's lovely. And even the viscosity, when you swirl it around the glass, the viscosity looks quite thick. You know, it seems thicker than some that we've had before.
I think I'm going to like this.
I think you're going to like it as well. Have a wee nose at it.
Oh,
it's
yeah.
like a toffee apple.
Isn't it?
It is. It's lovely.
It is loads and loads of toffee, you're right, aye. But I can see what they mean by raisins as well. It's very, very dried fruit.
Yes.
It's nice.
You can tell do you know, it's like It's when I used to sneak into the drinks cupboard when I was a wee boy. You remember? And
I do
in there
remember
was
that.
always a, well, you didn't stay with me when I was a wee boy, but my mum and dad always had. I don't know why. I presume it was for cooking purposes only, and for a trifle.
Would assume so.
I'll leave that out there because it's like when I used to slip in there and open the bottle of Bertola cream sherry
Aye.
and have a wee, and have a
I
wee
was,
swig.
I
That,
was going to say it
that's
must have been a good sailing.
tell you something. It is. I mean, it's everything. It's really nutty.
It is. It's lovely.
That caramel. It's just. Oh, anyway, let's have a wee drink of it. Let's see what we think.
Oh, yeah.
Let's get it on the palate. Slange, mate.
Cheers.
Ooh,
Oh boy,
that's lovely.
that
It's
is
really
just
warm. Quite
that is so
woody.
good. Aye. That is so good.
It's not one. Again, I would. It's not one that I would add. I wouldn't add water to this, and I don't know what the difference of how much it would change it. I like something that's 50%, 60% ABV.
Aye.
It's not something
Mhm.
that puts me off having
Not
that
really.
stronger ABV in it. So I'm not. I might just for at the end, just for exploratory purposes, try it with a wee drop of water. But I don't even want to go down there. It's really dry, Clark. I really feel it.
It is, isn't
A
it?
dry sherry, isn't it? It's like a dry
Oh,
sherry.
absolutely. Mm. Yeah, very dry. It is very dry. Uh-huh.
I think this could be quite controversial for some, because it is.
I think it's lovely.
It's lovely
I
and
love
warm. It doesn't burn down your throat, but it's lovely and
uh,
warm without being kind of overpowering. It doesn't overpower everything.
yeah,
It leaves
no,
a
no.
lovely sweetness on your palate at the end. It's
Beautiful
not
bits like that.
necessarily a long finish on it,
Oh no.
but it's got
Oh
that
no.
spicy cloviness to it. I love that. I think this is a great dram.
Great drum. Aye. Aye. Aye.
But as I
I've had
said, I'm not going to ask you to do it, but I'm going to do it, and then I'll tell you if I think it's any better. I'm going to add a wee drop of water into it.
oh well. If you're feeling brave.
Oh, well,
I always
as I
hate it
said,
when I put water in it and go, oh no, that's not as good.
only for the purposes that we're demonstrating here. Well, if anything, it makes it a wee bit spicier, Clark.
Aye.
It doesn't change the palate. It makes the nose even more toffee-ish, Clark.
Right, we'll play on the safe side here. We'll put a wee drop of it into another glass.
Playing the safe side.
You don't want to take too many risks, you know.
Well, no, I know.
Not when risk is involved.
I understand. Oh, it's become more intensely toffee caramel.
Aye. Could that be?
Oh, I don't know, but it seems to have. Maybe it's just because I've had it on my palate and that on my tongue is giving me that back through my nose.
It's not such an
Oh,
intense. I don't think it's such an intense smell at all when you put some water in it. But it's still just a big nose full of dry fruit. It really is.
it is.
Yeah. Well, we better get a taste then. I hope this hasn't spoiled it.
I don't think it thing with it at all.
Well, I see what you mean about the spice. It really brings out the heat.
It does,
Oh,
aye.
Aye. Oh,
It's
boy.
I, I, I like it both
Yes.
ways. You know,
Mhm.
I don't have any, I don't have a preference to one or other, but
Oh,
I do like that. I like that. I like the finish on it now.
yeah.
I like the finish.
I'll take a note of that.
Wow. This is a great dram. A great dram. My brother-in-law wasn't maybe too sure on it, Clark,
Ah, really?
but I like it. Anyway, I'm going
Oh,
to finish mine off.
I think it's great. Yeah. That's another one
You
of
finish.
these that you could just, you just score amazing because it is an amazing dram. I can't believe this, but not that long ago, if you'd said, "Do you want a Glenlivet?" and I went, "Glenlivet, I'm not going to." Honestly, I have so many really good Glenlivets recently in the past
Yes,
couple of
I
years.
think
You know,
I have to agree
oh,
that this. I know that this is a 16-year-old, but I know that some of the Glenlivets that we've tried just recently
oh,
have been
brilliant!
absolutely fantastic.
Aye,
You know, we've really
absolutely.
enjoyed them. The
No,
various different casks,
mm-hmm.
and it's been a joy just to have.
Aye,
This is
great.
just, I think this is a cracker, a
This
cracker.
must be the nicest Glenlivet I've ever tasted. This is just superb.
Yeah. I don't even know if there's any of these bottles left. That's the thing, you know, because they do these outruns, and you only get 225 bottles, and
Aye.
you know,
Mhm.
um,
Mhm.
I might even see if I can get one from Scottish Malt Whisky Society again. You know, the next time I'm through with my brother-in-law and we're actually in there, I might see if they've got a bottle of it. This is it's a lovely dram. It's one of those ones again. I didn't you wouldn't get fed up, you know, just sitting down and
Oh
having
no!
a dram of that. That
Oh
it's
no!
it's like a kiss of Christmas when you get it into it. It's got that,
That's
got
just what
that,
it's like.
you know, you want all you want to do now is have a big lump of marzipan and ice and sugar kind of thing to go with that. That's all
That's
it's missing. But it is, it's like a Christmas cake. So I've scored mine, Clark. I'll wait and see what you
it's,
come up with yours. I'll
it's, a,
tell you in a
it's, a,
second.
it's a beauty. Now, my only
While we're
problem
chatting.
here is how how could I score it higher than the Glen Elgin, which I thought was a masterpiece.
Well, see,
I've
that's why
really,
I think you should have scored the Glenelgan higher than
I know
what you
I've
did.
really messed up here, big style. I really have. I should have
Well,
scored
not
the
really.
Glen.
I think at the end of the day, uh, it's not a case of messing up. I think you've got to give them on their merits. You may need to go back and review your score on the Glenelgan because,
Would,
again, I
would that
think this is up there with it. I think the
would that
Glenelgan's better than
would,
this Glenlivet for
would
me.
a review of a Glen Elgin mean having to drink more of it?
I don't think I can get another bottle of that. I've been trying to get one, and they
Oh,
seem to be sold out.
oh no,
But
murder!
it's I know disaster, complete disaster.
It would. Right, well, I'm just going to have to. I know you're saying you have to do it on its own merit, but that is a fantastic whiskey. But I'm not sure that it's so much better than the last one we had, which was a
No,
cracker.
no. Well, see, I've not scored it as high as that because I really feel that the Glenelgan was an exceptional dram. This is exceptional as well, but I don't think it reaches the dizzy heights of
100%.
yeah. The good news is I've still got some of that Glenelgan left, so you can have some more, Clark, if you want to review your figures.
This is what I was hoping for.
We did it just the other day there when we were away with the caravan, but and we didn't finish it that night, so it's
Excellent.
still there.
This is good news. This is good
It is good
news.
news. It is very good news. Yes, yes. So I have given it a 90, 9 out of 10.
Oh well, I've scored higher. I've gone to 94. I think it's a wonderful drama.
94.
I really love it. I think it's a
Yeah,
great drama.
yeah,
Great drama. Um,
brilliant.
I don't know whether it is quite as good as the Glen Elgin that we had the last time, but
Yeah,
that is a phenomenal dram. That is lovely. I really like that. Yeah,
yeah. It's just it's a broad dram.
I know.
So I'm going to give you a wee update as well. All my paperwork and everything's finished and completed, and I shall be joining Rosebank on the 13th of May
Fantastic.
as a
That's
brand ambassador, tour
yeah.
guide at Rosebank Distillery.
Right.
So I'm excited by that prospect and opportunity to work along with them there at Rosebank and be able to tell so many stories about, the life and history of the Ian MacLeod Distiller Group, Tamdhu, Glengoyne, Rosebank, Smokehead. So it's going to be an interesting month or so as I kind of begin to plan and prepare for Rosebank opening in June,
Right.
and then we'll get there. So it's I'm quite excited by it. I mean, maybe didn't look like I'm excited by it, but I am. I'm
I'm
very
excited
excited by
about it as well.
it. Completely, just that you're happy for me.
I'm so happy for you. But and I'm also happy about the fact that you might be coming up with nice new drams for me to taste.
Well, hopefully that's the case. Hopefully the tasting bothy can review some drams in the future. That would be fantastic.
That would be
Can't make
brilliant.
any promises on that. But we'll always live in hope. So, but that's us. So there we are. That's us for another evening. Shared a bit of news. Had a fantastic dram
Lovely
together.
dram. Right.
Scored it really well.
Right.
And I look forward to us having another evening in the tasting bothy in the next couple of weeks. I'm
Right.
going off on holiday for a wee while, so we'll catch up when I get back, and we'll do that. So, but further now, you and I will say good night and goodbye from the tasting bothy, and we
Yep.
will speak to you all again very, very soon. Take care now and drink responsibly. Bye now.
Bye.